Hey guys, it's Katrina from howtostartamomblog.com again. Okay, so I did the first video and we kind of talked a little bit about how to set up this area here of your Pinterest account by going through your settings. And now we're going to change your Pinterest account from a personal account to a business account. Now if you hear any weird squeaking, it's my chair. I was just listening back to a little bit of the video I just did. I mean, I know you can hear it, so I apologize for that. Now, if you ever want to know how to do anything in Pinterest, Pinterest has an amazing help center, and you can find most of the information, and it's very easy to understand. Even if you're not really sure about any of this kind of tech-y kind of stuff, I find it's the best out of all the social networks. Like Facebook kind of isn't the best, and Twitter even, they either forget words or take out words, and I can't sometimes figure it out. I have to find out other ways to figure out what I'm doing. But if you're ever not sure, like, you can find it. Like, I googled how to set a business account in Pinterest, and it takes me right to this page, set up your business account. So I want to learn how to convert my personal account to a business account, because I'm using the assumption here that you already had a personal account set up. Most people do. So, or you can just set up a new business account from scratch. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. So this is a business Pinterest website, which will load up in a second. So we want to convert, or again, you can join as a business. Now the reason why you want a business account in Pinterest and not a personal is because business accounts in Pinterest, they have analytics, so that you can see what people are searching for, what your most popular boards are, and that sort of thing, where you can't do that on a personal account. So here, I'm going to select professional. I love how they have blogger here. Usually, normally, like, I'm figuring out how to guess which category to choose. Oh, am I a community? What am I? But here they have actually as a blogger. And always, 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 if it ever says optional website, you put your website address down. You want it everywhere. You want people to come off of Pinterest and come to your site. Like, that is the whole thing that you want them to do. So here we go. That was it. I've converted it to a business account. It was super simple. So welcome to my business account. We want to help people discover, so I can install a pin it button onto my website, which my website's not live yet, so I'm not going to be doing that. And then you can also get them to follow me. This is another thing that I love about Pinterest, is that it has all these different things that are available for you, so that you can make your site better for Pinterest. They really like to promote themselves, and it's a good lesson for you for your blog or business as well, to learn how to do, like, see, you can see all these things here: pin it button, follow button, a pin widget. Like, if I wanted to show people my profile or my board, let's see, if I want to pick a board, I click on build it, and it's going to just give me the code and everything that I need. Let's go pin it button, because the other one didn't work. Well, these usually work. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that my internet is not the best, because I live in a very rural area. So it's just satellite internet, and I'm going to have a storm today. So I apologize. But here you go. So same thing, follow me. So you want to kind of look around, and you want to search and see what Pinterest can do for you. Pinterest on Thinking Outside the Sandbox and Thinking Outside the Sandbox family is really our #1 traffic referral, and it's definitely our #1 social network, if it's not our #1 overall. Pinterest can drive a ton of traffic. I've done a video on how to create a pin-worthy image in under 5 minutes. I'll link to it below this post here in case you haven't seen it or you want to get a refresher. So now here, if we pick on our settings, you can see you can make a widget, which is those things we just clicked on. Analytics, and look at this, tips for your business. Hello, how awesome. And which brings us back to these things, right? Like, they want to help you, because they want people, they want eyes on their social network, and you want eyes on your website as well. So here we go. Not much to see here for Fat Fitness Girl, because I haven't done anything with it yet, and I just converted it over to a business account. But it explains everything for you there. And let's go through here. Oh, and you can see that my name went from Katrina Tom to Fat Fitness Girl as well. I didn't point out that change, which is really great. So I'm going to just pause for a moment, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to be logged out of Fat Fitness Girl, and I'm going to log into our Thinking Outside the Sandbox family account, and I'm going to show you a little bit about those Pinterest analytics and how you can make them work for you. Okay, here we go. I'm back in the Thinking Outside the Sandbox family account. So you can see here, Thinking Outside the Sandbox, and the family is a little bit too long, but you can see our totsfamily.com, which is our redirect. We have our Twitter account connected with it, which I will show you where to put that too. And you can see I've got much more happening here than I did on the Fat Fitness Girl. Now, you can see you can do custom board covers. How you do these things, just because we're looking at them, so I can show you. These aren't 100% our branding, so I'm going to have to redo them, but you just upload it as a picture, and you just do it for the board cover size, like this, so we would just change the font and that sort of thing. And you can see that if you click on it, it directs back to our website. So to upload your own pin, I'll show you how to do one real quick. Sorry, my internet does not want to get off of this Pinterest page. So, dear goodness, you know, it's just one of those things. So I go click add a pin. I want to pick it from my device, which is my computer, and then I would just upload an image from there. Upload a pin. I'm just going to pick just something random because I'm not going to keep it there, just so you can see how this works. So say this, I wanted this to be my board cover. And then I always want to put what this pin is about, right? You never want to leave this blank. This is a description. People search for this. So if this really was for the Tots family board, I would put something like, I want the best posts from Thinking Outside the Sandbox, www.totsfamily.com, all based on home, style, food, family, and parenting, which is kind of our pillars, and do it that way, okay? And then you can post to Twitter because our Twitter account's connected at the same time, which is really nice, and send out a tweet. If I ever wanted to change up the board image, I would have it here, and then click on Edit. Again, if you're logged in, you can do this with any of your pins, and then you can, sorry, this is not where I put it. This is where I can change the website address. So, for example, that post is no longer on there, but you still want them to get to your website or something instead of going to a 404 page. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go, edit your board. That's what I wanted. And then I wanted to cover, and then I can click on change. And then you can kind of go through and figure out which one you want to put as your cover. I don't want to change my cover today. I'm happy with mine. I don't know if you all remember the days of dial-up internet where you go, you know, and you had that beeping and everything. Sometimes what I feel like when you have satellite internet out in the country, but it's good for my patience. Oh. I was in the board, and see, I tried clicking on it thinking, oh, it's going to give me to the analytics, and I clicked the wrong thing. So you need to make sure you get back to the main profile and not within a board itself. And you can go analytics here. Okay, so hi there, Thinking Outside the Sandbox family, so I know I'm in the same right thing. So our Pinterest profile. So every day, one of our pins that we created in Tots is seen 8,929 times. That's been going up. Our viewers, though, that look through and click on the pin has gone down a bit, so it's just under 6,000. So monthly viewers and our engaged audience. Here are top pin impressions. These are the pins that people see the most. So they see 5 things to know before refinishing old hardwood floors, where to find cheap wedding dresses, how to decorate a toddler room, perfect backyard wedding, chores for kids. The reason why this is important is because people are obviously searching for these terms. Pinterest is a search engine. So if you find that consistently certain posts like how to decorate a toddler room is probably one of the first posts on Tots Family, and it is always at the top. So that is what people are looking for. So we should do more things about decorating kids' rooms. People are looking for that kind of content. And then you can see out of the 41,000 impressions in the last 30 days, 202 people repinned it, 1,380 people clicked on it, and 16 people liked it. And you can also see here the pin type. There's an R, which means rich pin. Now this one, the 1, 2, 3, and 5, these are our own personal pins. These aren't pins that I pinned from someone else. They're Tots Family pins from our website. This Perfect Backyard Wedding is not mine. I pinned it from someone else. It's not a rich pin, but it's still up on our top 5. So your top 5 here might not have all of your posts. Maybe they're everyone else's pins. And if so, that's important for you to click on. Take a look at the pin. Figure out what they're doing that you're not. This is all information for free. So you can see, like I've got these images here of, you can see how awful these floors were before they were painted, and there was actually carpet glue under some of them. That's my very handsome hubby there. And then the floors, and then you can see after we did the polyurethane varnish on top of them, you can see the progression here. In case you're wondering if you have really good eyes, because I'm just talking to you now, so I'll let you in the secret, is that I didn't get, this is my daughter's room, and this is the, was like the office, now it's blue, but floor, that's why it looks a little bit different. This one doesn't have baseboards on it, and this one does, but I didn't get a picture. So, and this one had a yellow paint on the floor, so it's very similar to the same thing. Just one of those things when you're doing renovations and you get the wrong pictures of things and you make do, right? But anyways, that's a little bit of a off topic there. So if we wanted to look in a little bit more, let's open up some new tabs here. We're going to see what else that analytics can tell us about, right? So Pinterest analytics, so here's our profile. So there's our top 5 again, same ones. And look, they even give you a tip. Add more of your pins to Pinterest to increase impressions and reach more people. Now, if you pin something, don't just pin it once. Like you can see there, we have a Tots Family board, but then we also have like 55 other boards, I think. So for example, a recipe, I would put it on our family posts, our Tots Family posts, because those are where every single one of our posts, regardless of what the topic is. I put it on there. And then I also would put it on maybe dinner recipes, if it's dinner, or I would put it on to desserts or easy recipes. I'm on a few group boards as well, Mom Foodies, I would put it on there as well. So just not once. So you can also see here, you can choose different dates. Maybe you saw your traffic went up and you wanted to figure out what was happening. You could look in the last 30 days, or like here we've been pinning a little bit more in the past few days, so you can see that our impressions have gone up overall. And they were a little bit lower around here. And then this was on Saturday, which was the start of the long weekend for Americans, which is primarily our audience. So it's dipped down. So those kind of things you can kind of gather from there. And then this one is the one that I think is super important, is that if your board's not working for you, then get rid of it. Like you can see more. These are just showing the top 5. But Awesome DIY Projects, that is a group board, and that's got the most impressions. I obviously want to pin more of my stuff there, right? But you can see that impressions aren't always the best, because I'm thinking outside the sandbox, our Tots Family posts, we maybe don't have the most impressions because Tots Family is not a search term. No one's going to look for that. But we have a high repin rate, so people know that the things that they find there are quality. So again, you can look at just repins, clicks, and that sort of thing. So let's look now and see what we can figure out from my audience. So pretty much the same amount of viewers. Our likes haven't gone up or down drastically at all. Like 150,000 is pretty much it. Again, a little tip for us, but this is the part where this is key. So country, even though I'm Canadian, Kat's Canadian, the other co-owner, like our Canadian audience is like minimal. We really need to be doing American content to strengthen our American readership, right? So instead of maybe doing like top 10 dessert ideas for Canada Day on July 1st, maybe I want to do a top 10, I said 10, which is kind of 10 and 20 together, dessert ideas for 4th of July. Same thing, most of our audience is English speakers and Spanish than French. If, for example, you found that your Spanish language population was very similar to your English, maybe you would want to cater and curate some content that would be good for them. And gender, mostly females, and then we do have like quite a few males as well. Now, Pinterest is the bulk of it is a female audience, so that's not really going to change until you see that changing a lot more. That being said, though, that the males on Pinterest, I think, are quite involved. So, and so here we can see like boards with lots of my pins on it, like Herbal Remedies by Darla Arnold. I'm not sure who that is. She's obviously a reader that likes our stuff, so then I could go to her board and I could say, hey Darla, thank you so much for pinning this, or send her a message. If you go here, you can send people messages once you like them. So you can personalize. It's all about making connections with people. Same thing with Kim or Lori or Robin. These aren't people I know in real life. And businesses my audience engages with. So this is important to know as well. Which makes sense. We do a lot of things for small businesses. So Etsy makes sense. BuzzFeed Live, we interact with. That sort of thing. And our last one here is our activity. Let's see if we can get something to show up. Well, this data is not going to work for us, but you can, because you know why? Because totsfamily.com is not a real domain. It is family.thinkingoutsidethesandbox.ca. Tots Family is just a simple redirect. So if your website was like fatfitnessgirl.com, like mine is, it will show me the pins, clicks, repins, impressions, which will be very useful to you. I just need to weigh out the pros and cons for us of whether or not we want to do the redirect or not. So if you're in the same boat that we are, that's something for you to take into consideration, that you won't be able to see this part here in your analytics. Okay, one last thing that I'm going to really talk about Pinterest for now until I stop this video and I go into the next one is just make sure that you make it easy for people to pin. So you can see here, you can, if they press the P on the side or the top, then they would be able to pin. If you hover over, we have a pin up button that they can do as well. Or of course, you can't see it, but above here in my browser, I have the P button as well, Pinterest. And then, let's see here, down at the bottom. See, I don't have any social buttons at the bottom. I thought I did. So that would be something that maybe I could think of adding as well. But people can generally, after they see all these, or these ones on the side, always show for them. This is a Sumome, S-U-M-O-M-E. I want to show you some more videos about them. They have some pretty neat things. Alright, so that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one, and we will talk about rich pins.